Patty Bennett. I am excited that you're here. If you're watching a replay, I invite you to just skip ahead a little bit because I went live just a couple minutes early just to make sure that I'm in the right place. So now that I know that I'm in the right place, it's all good. I can like take a deep cleansing breath, right? But if you're joining live, you should be able to see a live button or live chat. It will be approximately 2 p.m. Pacific time on what is today? October 8th. Because I'm not normally live on Wednesdays. So I'm like, where am I? What day is it? Who am I? What's happening? Right? It's like how I feel some days. But anyway, look, I think that we are all in the right place. I think it's all good. Let me know. Hopefully you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me and see everything okay. I noticed that with YouTube Live, it's a little bit different view than I'm used to with Facebook Live. So, just checking. Leticia, hello, my friend. I've been watching your journey, by the way. Very proud of you. Hello, Keisha. All good. Okay. Hi, Sue. Judy's here. Rhonda, Nancy, Martha, Tanya, Jean, Tracy, Karen. Hello, everybody. Susan, Terry, Mary. Oh, Marlene. Oh my goodness. They're just like, you're pouring in quickly. I think we're almost at the top of the hour. So we're going to give everybody just a moment to find the live, and then I will go ahead and start sharing what we're sharing today. Oh, you're welcome. Hi, Jamie. Welcome. Hi, Terry, Mary, Marlene. Hello, everybody. So glad that you're all here. Today, just if you're just tuning in, what we are going to be chatting about is this new packaging. You can see how this packaging is smaller and, well, thinner this way, and different for Stampin' Up. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to talk about some of the storage solutions, some of the things I've come up with after getting my demonstrator pre-order and kind of playing with the new packaging. I'm going to share some things with you. And then I have my new products from the pre-order. So I will share those as well. And it's kind of I called it a mini unboxing, I think, in the description, because I didn't get everything in the pre-order, but I've got a lot of it. So yeah, I don't know if that qualifies as mini, whatever it qualifies as. Oh, Rosie, good to see you again. Good, Tracy, I'm glad you're looking forward to the live. Yay, Martha, thank you. I'm glad you're looking forward to it. Oh, Sherry, first time catching me live. Welcome. So glad that you're here. Normally on my Friday crafting videos, you see my camera is like up here and it's pointed down and you see me crafting at my desk. But sometimes things are just easier face to face. So today I just decided to do a video this way to show you these things. And so just explaining that as a first timer, not all of my videos are face to face. Most of them are crafting videos where you're looking straight down. Hello, Heather. Hi, Terry. Hi, Tammy. Hello, everyone. Hi, Susan. All right. So I think we are, oh, good. Sounds good. Thank you. Anne and Michelle. What a beautiful name. I love your name. I've never seen that before. Thank you. All right. Hey, Jennifer and everyone. Hello, welcome. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So let's see where to start. A couple of months ago, I think it was August. So that's a couple months ago. Stampin' Up announced that they were going to be discontinuing packaging our stamp sets in the DVD cases. I know it's backwards. You don't have to tell me. That's just what Samsung phones do. So sorry, I don't mean to point at you. I'm just saying, okay? So I know it's backwards, but just bear with me. So Stampin' Up said that they were going to start discontinuing the DVD cases for stamp sets. They said that starting with the November 2025 online exclusive release, they were going to be having a new packaging system. Hang on, I've already modified some of these, so I want to find one that I did not modify yet. Okay, here's one I can show you. Okay, so they said that the stamp sets and the dies were going to be in the same packaging, and they were going to be, you can see, thin, very thin. Let me hold up the stamp set so you can see the comparison. They are taller, and they are just a tiny bit narrower width-wise, but definitely taller, but of course definitely skinnier. So they said that they are going to discontinue the red rubber stamps. Let me see. Yeah, got a set right here. It's a background, so it's not individual, but you know what I mean, right? The red rubber with the foam. That they are going to discontinue the red rubber stamps. They would have photopolymer, and everything would be packaged with this new packaging. So the first time that demonstrators were actually able to see this was any demonstrator who placed a pre-order in October for these new November online exclusive releases. Okay, so that was kind of a lot. First of all, just getting rid of red rubber was kind of, well, it surprised me. I'm not going to say shocking, but it surprised me. But you know what? It did take me back to years ago when they said they were going to discontinue the wood blocks. I thought the stamping world was ending. I was like, how can they discontinue wood blocks? How can we only use clear blocks? That's crazy. Well, no. We all lived. Well, I mean, I think we all lived, right? We made it through. And so there we go. We now have been used to using clear blocks. So we got used to either putting our red rubber stamps or our clear photopolymer stamps onto clear blocks. So we got used to that. Okay. Now we have to get used to no more red rubber and new packaging. So it's kind of a double whammy on this announcement in August. Let me just see if there was any questions so far. Oh, thank you. Susan likes my necklace. Thank you. You know, good old Brighton. I love everything Brighton. Thank you. Let's see. Anything? Yes. Keisha, same. She says, I understand the reasoning for the loss of red rubber, but sad and will miss them. Exactly. Totally feel the same. I exactly feel the same. So, welcome, Claire. Welcome. So I was excited on October 1st, demonstrators could put in a pre-order for the new products, and Stampin' Up said that any new stamps, so that would include everything in the pre-order, would be in the new packaging. So I knew if I placed a pre-order, I would get this new packaging, and I was excited to see it. So I actually did express delivery for my order with UPS so that I could get it quickly, because I really wanted to kind of wrap my brain around all of this, right? Takes a little time, at least for those who are like me, who are not a huge fan of change, right? Okay, so Lou is asking, why are they changing the packaging? So they are changing the packaging, a couple of reasons, if I remember this correctly. Number one, since the stamps, and I'll just open it and show you. So we'll kind of just go through this together. I have some things I want to cover, but I will try to answer your questions as we go. So this packaging is a clear, well, fairly clear, right? Envelope, plastic envelope. It has a flap. It has a slit. The flap tucks in the slit. Okay, so I flipped it up. So the stamp sets then would pull out like this. The artwork is here, and then here is your photopolymer stamp set. So since these are thinner than the red rubber with the foam, they can utilize thinner packaging, thus the envelope. So Lou, I hope that helps with that reasoning. And then the reason, as far as I understand, that they are a little bit bigger than the DVD case is, and I don't know if this is a good example. I do have an example I can show you though. Hang on, yes, this one. So Petals of Beauty. So look how large this is, how much space this takes up. This would not have fit in the regular DVD size packaging. And I'm going to talk about the magnet sheet and this whole system in a minute. I don't want to jump too far ahead, but I just wanted to show you that when we have a lot of dies, they needed a bigger area to be able to put the dies in the packaging. So those are the reasons as far as I know. This one that I showed you, the stamp set, this is kind of a smaller set. This would have basically fit in smaller packaging, but in order to avoid several sizes of packaging, they just decided to make them all uniform. So, I don't want to get too far ahead here, but I'm trying to explain things as we go. The packaging itself, okay, is not labeled. Important to know. All of the labeling would be on this printout. So here you can see the printout for the stamp set and the matching die set. You can tell that they go together by the images. This one does say Valentine Kisses. This does say Valentine Kisses in teeny weeny font. We'll get to that in a minute, but you can see that they go together. The other advantage to this system is if you want to store these together, you can simply take both of these little packets and slip them into the same envelope. If I were doing that, what I would do would be to turn one of them around so that I would see the stamp set and the dies like that. But this fits super easily. Like there's plenty of space left in here. And even when you add the magnet card, which I'll get to in a minute, it still fits perfectly. So you could not only reduce your storage space by a lot, but then again, reduce your storage space again, because you could fit both of them in one envelope. So several advantages to this new packaging. I'm going to show you what I did with mine because the flap is giving me a little bit of anxiety. So I'm going to show you what I did. And I just want to, before we go any further, I want to say that what I'm showing you today is my experience, my preference. This is what I have decided to do. This is what will be helpful to me. And if you want to do it differently, or you don't like the way I've shown it, or whatever, 100% fine. Okay, I'm not here to convince you of anything. What I have found is that when I follow someone online and I get to know them and I trust their opinion, their expertise, their knowledge, whatever, then I feel like, okay, I'm going to, watch and listen, and I might want to do whatever it is they're doing, whether it's a technique, a storage thing, whatever, anything, right? Clothing, it could be anything. So I am just here in that capacity to mainly just share, now that I've had these a few days, what I did, what helped me, how I'm going to store them, and all of those things. And so if you have other opinions, if this doesn't resonate with you, totally fine. Totally fine. Okay, I just want to toss that out there because I know a lot of us store and do things differently, and that's totally fine, right? Totally fine. Okay, let me just check if there were questions. I know the bears are adorable, Martha, aren't they? Yes, it also saves money on like space. It saves space, it saves money, it saves shipping. There's a lot of reasons that go into this new packaging. Exactly. Yes, larger fonts. Yes. I have felt like forever, Jennifer mentioned larger fonts as I did. I feel like I have always been like 10, 15, 20, 25 years older than most of the employees at Stampin' Up. And so for my 30 years as a demonstrator, I have always been telling them, could you please make the fonts bigger, bolder, darker, please? Some of us like have contacts and reading glasses and we still can't see it. And I always keep saying, when you get older, you're going to understand this. But I'll show you what I did to combat, not really combat, that's a silly word, to help because of the smaller font. I'll show you. Okay. Yeah, okay, the flaps. Keisha, we're going to go over the flaps. Yes, Velcro. That is one idea as well. Yes, Jennifer, you were probably asking as I was showing fit in one envelope. It fit with the magnet card, so I'm going to show you that as well. Let's see. Yes, Velcro dot. Thank you, Liz. So I am going to mention that. I just want to say that a couple days ago, okay, wait, that was yesterday. Why is it? This is a long week already. Wow. Okay. Yesterday on my weekly team live with my Love to Stamp group, I went over all of this and we kind of worked through it all. And it gave me the courage to come here live with all of you, my crafting fans, and show you what I've been doing and how I worked things out and what I'm using to store and all of that. So thank you to my team who was supportive and gave some suggestions, and the Velcro dot is one of them, and I will be mentioning that. Oh my goodness, Netherlands. Oh my goodness. Welcome. Oh, thank you, Lou. Thank you. Yes, Brother Labor. That's what I have as well. Okay. Yes. Fabulous. Okay. Sorry. I'm just looking down at my, my tablet for the comments because they go by really fast on my phone. So let's look at what I did to help me with this new system. If you like it, feel free to adopt this. If you don't like it, totally fine, right? So I showed you how the stamps and the dies come. Okay, so here's an example. Here's a stamp set. It has the name. You pull it out, and then the stamps are inside on the little plastic, I don't know, whatever this kind of plastic is, on the sheet, like we're used to, right? I decided I was not a huge fan of the flap. My very first thought was cut it off. But then I thought, okay, when these retire, because if you know me and my business, I don't keep retired products. When these retire and I put them in my mystery boxes, I think it's going to be helpful to have the flap on there rather than have them cut off. So what I did was I just kind of pulled this open like this. I tucked the flap inside. Okay, so the flap is now inside there. And then I just reinserted the stamp set like this so that the notch is in the front, the flap is in the back, and I'm not like fighting against the flap with anything. It's not going to get hung up on anything. So it just slides in and out. I don't have to worry about opening it and tucking it back in the slot. Again, my preference. So when I mentioned this to my team yesterday on our weekly live, a couple of people, and I know Liz is on here, she was one of them that suggested this. Hang on, let me take this. Let me take this back out. So a couple people, including Liz, suggested when you have, oh good heavens, hang on, sorry. Feel like a fumble bunny. Okay. When you have your stamp set in here, you could just put a Velcro dot here and close it like that, if that is easier than tucking it in the slot. Okay. For me, it's more of a time thing. Because I am used to grabbing my stamp set, opening my set, there's my stamps, ta-da, close my set, I'm done. I just really didn't want to bother with the flap. So that's why, let's look at one that's already done here. That's why I tucked the flap into the back and just dropped my stamp set inside. So for now, this is what's going to work for me. I can easily see the name. Again, I'm sorry, it's backwards, it's an Android thing. I can easily see the name. Speaking of Android thing, now that I'm doing YouTube lives, I need to Google and see if I can switch this for YouTube lives, because that might be an option. It might have been a Facebook thing. Oh, that would be wonderful. I will research that. Anyway, I digress. back to this. So stamp set, this is my solution. Okay. Now, matching die set. Here is my solution. I have been a fan. Hang on, I should have grabbed this. One moment. Okay, I have been a fan forever and ever, like 10 years, whatever, of the Stampin' Storage magnet cards. This is 6x7 inch. Their pockets, the tabs that they have on it, I label my magnet sheet and I label the tab. Those wood holders back here are called Creative Crates. They are also from Stampin' Storage. I have all my dies like this, and I have them in categories like shapes, flowers, Christmas, etc. Okay, so I have been used to having my dies on magnet cards for years. I love them on a magnet card. So I had been in touch with Stampin' Storage, and back in August when Stampin' Up said, here's the news, we're going to have this new packaging. I said, can I share the news? Yes, you can share. I contacted them and I said, here's the dimensions of the new packaging that Stampin' Up gave us. You might want to consider magnet cards that fit the new packaging. So they jumped on it. They sent me a pack, and these are going to be released Tuesday, October 14th. So next week, if you're watching this live, they are releasing the new size. They did send me a package so that I could kind of try it out, let them know, does this work? You know, all the good things, right? And I talked with them yesterday. They said it was okay if I let all of you know that the magnet cards are coming in this size next week. So be sure to watch Stampin' Storage. They're going to do a video next Tuesday. The link is in the description of this video. So if you are looking for links, I put the links for everything I'm talking about today in the description. You will be able to see it, just not this size yet. Okay, you can find the 6x7 and all the other size, but not this size yet on their store. But next Tuesday, you will see them. Okay, so back to this. So I put my dies onto the card. I did the same thing. I tucked the flap in, but here's the difference that I did. Okay, so instead of tucking the flap first, here's my little insert that has the pictures of the dies. I flipped it around so that my pictures are on the back, well, what I'm calling the back. And then I tucked in the flap. Okay, this kind of seals that insert in. Okay, it's never going to come out. It's in there. And then I took my magnet card and I dropped it in the front. So it easily goes in and out and it does not get stuck on anything. The only warning I'm going to give you about doing it exactly like this is when you have little dies. Okay, I'm just moving one up to the top so I can show you. When you have little dies like this, do not put them up in this section where that V is, because as you take things in and out, they can pop off. It just happens. So make sure that anything that's little is below that. Okay, that's the only warning I'm going to give you about something that could be an issue. And this may seem backwards to a lot of people. Okay, their pockets have a low side and a high side, and most people would think, oh, you put it in this way, but I have always turned mine around and put them in this way so that the entire surface of my dies are covered with the plastic. I know, I'm sorry if that's a repeat. I've said that a million times, but I don't like the fact that I might miss a die or something by having it exposed. So I've always done it this way, which is fine. Again, you know, this is what works for me. Do what works for you. Okay. It's not gospel. You do what works for you. But with the new system then, this is my system. So tuck the flap in, drop the stamp set in, put the photos of the dies in first, tuck the flap on top of it, put the magnet card in front. This will be my system. And then, oh, and because I told you, this is like 4-point font that I can't read, even if I'm like this, I still can't read it because my eyes are very, very bad. But anyway, so as you saw, I did put, I printed out with my Brother P Touch. You can use whatever labeler you want. I have like 5 different labelers, and I think I've got 3 of them in my Amazon store. I need to link to my Amazon store so you can find that. But anyway, I use a labeler and I just put it larger so that I can read it. And then this will be my system. They will be stored together like this. In the future, who knows? I might decide to pull the stamp sets out of these and tuck them in with the dies. But in general, I kind of like my dies separate just because, back here, I've got like 4 of those crates full of dies and I've just been used to that system. So, whatever works for you, do what works for you. Let me check for some comments and then I'm going to show you some of the containers that I found that I'm going to be using. So hang on one second here. Oh, I'm glad you like that, Tanya, sticking the flap inside. I'm glad oh, good. Several of you like that. Thank you. Yes, love the magnet cards. Okay, let's see. So Nancy is asking, will old magnet cards fit in new packaging? I only have the 6x7 and I don't think, no. Okay, 6x7 you can see is too big, but Stampin' Storage has other sizes. This is not their only size. I just have it because all of mine are uniform in those crates over there. So you may find a different size on Stampin' Storage that you might use in these, or like I said, just wait until Tuesday and then you can buy the proper size. Okay, great questions. Let's see. Yes, thank you, Peggy. Let's see. Wait, Mary's asking, let me see. I would be concerned about the dust getting into the open. Okay, so that's a concern. So Mary was asking about dust getting in because of the flaps being opened. Legitimate concern. So if that is of a concern to you, you might want to consider leaving them tucked in like this or doing the Velcro situation. So, and some people are going to have their however they store it. I'll show you these crates in a minute. Some of them are going to have them in cabinets and then that wouldn't matter, but yes, legitimate concern. I agree, Donna. I wish Stampin' Storage and Stampin' Up would kind of mesh a little more on that, but yeah, but at least we can buy them, right? Okay, do the new magnet sheets have the same backing? Yes, they are the same. So there's that backing. I always put my packaging on there, so but you can see a little bit of it. It's the same thing. Yes, it's the same backing, same everything, thickness, whatever. Okay. Hang on, they're going pretty fast here. Oh, Peggy, you're sweet. Thank you. Okay, so let me move on. I have a few other things I want to cover. I do want to note that in the online exclusive brochure, which I was told today, I cannot even show you the cover of it until November 3rd. We cannot share it. I know we can't share the PDF, but I was told you can't open it. You can't show the actual pages, and I can't even show the cover. That's what I was told by the compliance department today. So I can't even show you the cover, but it's coming, my friends. In it, they are offering a package of 10 of the new, let's see, officially they are called Stamp and Die Organizers. I would call them envelopes or pockets if it were my company. Just saying. but they are called Stamp and Die organizers. You can buy a whole package of these if you want to retrofit older sets or dies or whatever into the same packaging. So just to note, just something to note. Hang on, I don't want to get too many things separated here and lost. So I'm just putting my Valentine kisses back together there. Okay, all right, we're good. So I did want to tell you that. And then what I wanted to show you was, here it is. So back in August, when Stampin' Up said that they were going to be having this new packaging, and they gave us the size, I just cut a piece of cardboard to this size. And I took it with me to places like Target, Container Store, TJ Maxx, you know, all the places where we get our organizing stuff. And I found this container at Target. Brightroom is a Target brand. So as far as I know, only available at Target. And I liked this bin. So here was my little cardboard. I was like, okay, it fits perfectly. And then when I got the new packaging, I was able to verify fits perfectly, right? Okay. And I thought, ooh, I really like this. I like that it has this little lip. See, like you can put your fingers under there and like pull it off of a shelf or something. I thought, oh, I really like this. But after getting it home and kind of working with it a little bit with these new sets, I realized it's really not very tall. You can see how much is sticking up here. And I kind of felt like I wish it were a little deeper. So, size of the packaging, hang on. It is about 5 3/4 by 9. 5 3/4 by 9. Out to out. Not inside, but out to out. Oh, so I was kind of thinking, I think, even though I really love this, I think I would rather it be taller. So I went on to Amazon and I looked at tons of different containers, boxes, I don't know, whatever you want to call these things. So what I'm going to show you are two that I really love, and I might keep them all. I bought 4 of each because they came in a pack of 4, and even though I do kind of like one a little better than the other, it just depends on your shelf, on your space, how many sets you're going to have, and you may, make a different determination. This particular one is almost a square, like not quite, but almost a cube. But you can see how much deeper it is, and not very much of the set or the packaging sticks up above. So I kind of liked that because I'm not going to run the risk of it like, tipping out the back, because more than half of it is inside. That makes sense. Okay, it does have these little carry handles front and back like this. And this one, these are linked in the description. So when we're all done, you can look at the description. This one is by the company called Sorbus, Sorbus. So when you look at the description and you look at the links I've provided, this one is called Sorbus 4-pack medium, because they do have small and large, medium clear plastic storage bin, container organizer bin with handle, blah, blah, blah. Like I don't know, they put every keyword they could in here. It's kind of funny. The price on this, let me back up. These at Target were $8.99 a piece, but they're super sturdy. Even though that's a little pricey, I feel it was worth $9. Just my opinion. So the price on this Sorbus one is a 4-pack for $27. So I'm not going to do it in my head because somebody will tell me I did the math wrong. Okay, $6.75 a piece is what these would work out to, just FYI. I really like this one. I think this is the winner. I think this is what I'm going to end up going with, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Okay, so let me just show you. Like, this was my whole pre-order. So that's quite a bit, and it takes up about half. I'll just count real quick because I know somebody's going to ask. 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So this is 19 packages in about half. So just FYI, okay? I'm just trying to give you all the info so that you can, you know, think about it, massage it over in your mind, and you can decide what you want to do. The other one that I bought is called a Jolly Pack, just like it sounds, Jolly pack, 4-pack clear plastic storage bin, pantry organizer, blah, blah, blah. Again, they've got like every possible keyword in the name of their product, which is very smart of them. So let me put the same 19 packs in here and I'll show you. So you can see it's bigger. It takes up, you know, maybe a third-ish of the container. And this one is 11 by 6 inches tall, 7.5 wide. And this one, a 4-pack is under $20. So under $5 a piece. But I will say that this bigger one is not as thick, not as sturdy, but I'm telling you, it's plenty sturdy. Well, at least in my opinion. Okay, in my opinion, it's fine. I can tell that it's not as sturdy as the Sorbus. Part of the reason why I'm kind of leaning towards the Sorbus. What a funny name, right? The Sorbus. Maybe I'm not even saying it right. Sorbus. Is that how you would say it? Sorbus? Well, whatever. You know what I mean. I just want you to know so that when you look at the description, you'll know which one is which. What was I going to say about this one? I guess that's what I was going to say. I did want to show you this. The Brightroom, the Target one. Look how nicely it stores cards. Okay, it is like it was almost meant for quarter sheets of cardstock. So if you like to pre-cut quarter sheets, this is amazing. You could fill this with quarter sheets and you could have it organized either into color families or rainbows or however, you know, whatever you like. But I really like this one for that. So I think I'll keep these also, but mainly for this. I know there's so many possibilities. I feel like organizing is a side effect of crafting, isn't it? Let me just see if there. Oh, Leticia is asking, will the red rubber fit in the new sleeve? Okay, so hang on. Here's the only way I can think to do this. Let me find, because I know I have one of those little. Please hold. I'm going to do something for you, Leticia. Where are those? I had one of those pieces of clear plastic right here. Seriously, I did. I want to try something for you. Because I just organized yesterday. Just tell me that I'm not the only one that organizes and then the next day it's not where you thought it was. How can that happen? How did I do that? Because I don't know really how to test. Okay, I do know how to test. Sorry, I don't mean to sound so dumb. Okay, so like here is one where I left them in the sheet. That's the only way I'm going to be able to figure this out. So bear with me for just a minute. I was going to try and stick them onto a clear piece of plastic and figure it out. But so if we were to slip the red rubber set in, okay, it's kind of like it's sticking because the red rubber is just sticking. I mean, I don't know why, but yeah, fits totally fine. So if you had, I don't save these normally. Normally, all of my red rubber sets, gosh, I hardly have any red rubber sets. No, that's not. I don't even know. Most of my red rubber sets are not in that, like left in the frame. So they would be all loose, and then I'm not sure what I would do with them. But yes, it does fit. Okay, so sorry for that detour, but I want to do my best to answer your questions. See, what I'm saying is normally when I open my case, all of my red rubber is just stuck to the plastic. So then I'm not really sure how I would transfer that into the new system is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Oh, shoot. Please hold. Please hold. I want things put back because I'm afraid I'm going to just lose everything if I don't put it back. Okay, let's continue with the questions. Yes, the Jolly, I should have said that. The Jolly pack, the bigger one, is on Prime deal today. It is. I saw that. Oh, the measurements, sorry, I didn't say that. So this one that I think I like best, the Sorbus, this one is the medium, and it is 8.5 by 7.5 by 6 inches tall. And I do want to say one thing super important. When you are shopping for a container for anything, and you need it to be a certain dimension, I don't know if you can see this, but ever so slightly, these sides are a tiny bit narrower at the bottom than at the top. Not much, but it makes a difference because if the manufacturer is giving you this dimension and you're like, oh, good, I'm going to put all of my, whatever inside here, and you get it home and it doesn't fit because it's narrow at the bottom, that's an issue. So that's why whenever I go to like Container Store or TJ Maxx or anything, I bring a pack of my embellishments. I bring a pack of dimensionals. I bring a stamp case. I bring all my stuff and I try it in everything. Now on Amazon, you can't really do that. So that is partly why I'm showing you what I found and how it works, because it'll save you from ordering something and getting it and going, oh my gosh, it doesn't fit. It doesn't go all the way to the bottom. So that's part of it. Anyway, okay, back to the questions. Let's see. Yes, the card box is awesome. Awesome. Okay. Yep, lots of options. You're welcome, Nan. Thank you for joining. You can watch the replay. Let's see, I put the... Okay, good. Loretta has done the red rubber stamps in the envelopes and it works. Fabulous. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Magnet sheets. Yep. Yep. Red rubber on a clear. That's what I was trying to find, Margaret. I know I have a clear piece of the plastic over here somewhere, and it has run away. It was literally here yesterday because I just organized this and it's gone. And I don't know what happened to it. That's what I was trying to do, and it's gone. So I'm sorry I couldn't do that. Okay. Okay, no problem, Keisha. Thank you for joining. Yes, that's Donna. That's what I was trying to do, was stick those red rubber onto a clear sheet, and I just couldn't find it, and I apologize for that. I apologize. So let me just think for a minute. Did I cover everything I wanted to share before we look at the unboxing? Because I have all the products to show you too, but I just wanted to get through, how I'm storing it, what I'm storing it in. And I do think Sorbus is my favorite. That's my winner as far as I think, at least for now, that's what I'm going to try. And the links are in the description of the video. I am an Amazon affiliate. It is in the description. I do earn a commission if you want to use my links. It doesn't cost you anything, but I am obligated to let you know that, which It's in every description of everything. So just so you know. So I think that's all of that part, the packaging part. I'm going to show you the new products, and then if we have questions, we're going to circle back. Okay. Will I be changing the current stamps into the DV? I don't know yet, Tracy. Yesterday on my Love to Stamp Group Team weekly live, that was one of the things we talked about. And I was explaining how this transition with Stampin' Up really is going to take like a year to 2 years, because if Stampin' Up still has a red rubber set to sell, they're not just going to throw it away and then remake it in photopolymer. They're going to keep selling it. Or if they have something already packaged in the old packaging, they're not going to throw all that away. They are going to keep selling that. So they let us know that in some orders, we're going to see this mix and match of some DVD cases, some of the old die packaging, and some of the new. So it's going to take a while before Stampin' Up! Gets through the rest of the stock, for them to transition over, for us to order, for all my stamp sets up there to retire. I'll put them in my mystery boxes, and then I will no longer have that packaging. Now, in that meantime, to answer your question, I'm sorry, I'm known for like the long answer, but sorry, I like to give the whole story. In the meantime, I am going to try. Let me just put them back in the store bus, because I'm just kind of feeling like this is my winner here. Okay. In the meantime, I think I am just going to put all my new packaging in these. I got a 4-pack, so I have plenty of space. And I will keep my old sets as they are. If I come to just absolutely love this new system and I just can't live without it, then I will buy more extra blank ones, empty ones, and I will transition them over. If not, they're just going to kind of stay in this transitional state. Does that make sense? Yeah, so I don't have a definitive answer, because I mean, I've only had these a week. Well, not even a week, like 5 days. So I don't know for sure, but that's my answer so far. So I know that didn't 100% help, but that's my honest answer. Oh, and Donna's comment here reminded me, we can still purchase empty DVD cases. So on the flip side, if you start getting the new packaging and you think, I don't like this for whatever reason, and that, you know, all of us are going to have a different opinion on things, you can repackage into the DVD cases. You can buy those and you can keep your stuff in the DVD cases. So there's no, must. I know a lot of people currently don't even use the DVD cases, and they have already transitioned their products every time they order into a different system. So whatever works for you, whatever you want to do. Again, this is in transition. This is what I'm trying to do and how I'm working with it. Okay, thank you, Susan. She says, your thinking makes perfect sense to me. Whew, thank you. Okay, let's see. Oh, Tammy just got the sorbus. Awesome. I like them. I really like them. Okay, long answers are good. Thank you, Michelle. I don't know. I really love the plan. And if you watch my Friday lives, you know, I like to show the project. I like to show where we're headed. I like to show the supplies. And then how did I get there? Since I was a little girl, I always needed to know the plan. So there we go, right? Okay, let me just check if there were other. Yes, I do love the space saving part, Amy. Exactly. You're welcome, Pamela. Thank you, Lou. Okay, let's move on to the new products because I know some of you are here for the unboxing part, not necessarily the storage issue. So I wish I could show you the online exclusive brochure. I don't understand the reasoning behind not being able to show you at least the cover. But anyway, that's what compliance said this morning. So I'm, staying with it because I don't want to do the wrong thing. But I have things I can show you. We can show you products. So I can show you products, and that's what I'm going to do. So I wanted to show you this cute new suite. It's called Hobby Haven. And this paper is just so much fun. There are cute, adorable books. And then that is what the back side of that one looks like. Isn't this cute? I'm sure we all know people who just love to read. This one is kind of, I don't know, I want to say like relaxation, self-care, aromatherapy. And it's got this really interesting kind of almost a camo-ish looking background for the back. This one is for anyone who loves sewing and needlework and knitting, anything in that realm. And the back side, sorry, my fingers hurt today. The back side are the cutest little funny polka dots ever. I absolutely love this sheet. I wish these weren't back to back because I want both of those sheets. I'm going to use them both. And then for cooking and coffee makers and coffee aficionados and bakers, super cute. And the backside is that plaid. So you have like mixing bowls and the mixer and the coffee maker and blender. Super, super cute. Yes, I will show that. Thank you, Sherry. Thanks for the reminder. Let me get through this and I will show that. And then the last printed sheet is this really cute for those who have indoor green thumbs with your potted plants and your cute chairs. That's really fun. And then the backside is the best thing ever, grid paper. You know me, I'm a grid paper fan. And then there are 2 sheets of die cuts. I had to take them out because they were falling out. And I put them all, I just put them all in here. So there are really cute pieces, everything from the sewing to the coffee, to the books, to cupcakes, to plants, to hearts. There's this really cute dress form. I love this piece. Isn't that cute? A dress form. And just all sorts of tons of pieces. You can see, look how thick that is. So 2 whole sheets of that. And that again is called Hobby Haven. Who asked? Sherry asked, can I show the sleeve and where I got it? So these are also from Stampin' Storage. I put a link in the description to Stampin' Storage. I think it goes to the page with magnet cards, but if you click around on their site, you'll find the storage sleeves. But I can add this. Let me just make myself a note because I'll forget by the time this is done and I go downstairs. So please hold. I will add that to the description since we talked about it. I love these. They fit the stamp. They fit the 12 by 12 paper, whether you're doing your 2-tone or cardstock or DSP or, whatever, any. They fit perfectly. And they all have a tab. So the tabs go, across the top. My DSP is right here. So you can see I have it flat. So the reason that the label looks almost upside down is because I have them stored like this so that I can look at the labels. So if you hold it this way, see, it looks upside down, but it's not when it's over there. And then here, right there, that's all my 2-tone cardstock, and I have them all in these as well. So again, Stampin' Storage is where I get those. Let's see, the bundle that goes with this, really, really cute images. I know it's backwards. I apologize. Oh, that's the other thing I need to do is find out if I can flip my video. Sorry. Is anybody else like me? You need to make notes about everything or else 5 seconds later you forget. And the dies, look at this great die set. So if you want to cut these out, you can. If you just want to get these dies just to make all these awesome tag shapes, you could just get the dies. So you can see that it doesn't like really, the images aren't what is in that DSP that I just showed you, but there's a different set and I didn't get it yet, but it has kind of cute little hobby-ish type stamps. So if you want a set that sort of coordinates with it, but it's, yeah, but anyway, it's available. And I can't show it to you because I don't have it, and I can't show you the PDF. Sorry. Oh, how many packs of DSP does this hold? So what I usually have in mine are a full pack that's not opened plus my opened pack. I can't really get 3, but you can get 2. 2 definitely fit. And that's usually what I have. That's normally what those are all filled with. Good question. Thank you for asking. Let's see. Oh, 48B Larson says, how will you be organizing your stamps in the clear plastic containers alphabetical? Thank you for asking that. That's one thing I forgot to say. So what I plan to do, since this was a 4-pack, I'm going to use my labeler either up here or I might print out like a large Avery label. I haven't decided. So I am going to have florals, words, Christmas, nature, like whatever, you know, whatever your mind goes to for your categories. And that's how I'm going to have them. Now, since we only have this many so far, I'm not going to do that quite yet. I'll wait until the January to April mini catalog that we demonstrators get to pre-order in November. When I get all of that new product, then I think I'll be able to kind of divide things up into the 4 containers that I bought. So thank you for asking. I meant to cover that and I completely forgot. Thank you for asking. Let's see, was there a different... Okay, I think I caught up. Okay, so that's Hobby Haven. And then Brushed with Beauty. I definitely love this sheet. And I noted that it's a little bit different for Stampin' Up. Do you see how it has this border, like crumb cake probably? This border. So the flowers don't bleed off the edge. Do you see that? Isn't that interesting? So immediately your mind goes to either a 12 by 12 collage or a scrapbook page or a framed, you know, a framed something, right? So that would be perfect. If you cut this up and you cut it like I would into a 4-inch strip and then you cut 2 pieces for card fronts, just know that part of it will have a border and then part of it wouldn't. So just kind of something to note with that particular sheet. But I just think that's so pretty. And the back side are these beautiful crumb cake stripes. Reminds me a little bit of, I think some of our boxes from kits kind of almost look like that. Okay, and then next, this, I guess, is this like what? Cottonwood? Cotton something? I don't know for sure. It looks like Darling Duckling. And then the back side is kind of a camo looking pinkish camo. Not really camo. I don't know. It's abstract. This one is what really looks like camo to me. And I can't wait to make a card for my son because he's all about everything camo. He likes that. So I'm going to make him a card with that and make it camo. But on the other side of that is this gorgeous sheet. Absolutely love that. So pretty. And I know you might be thinking these aren't Patty colors, but I still love these. And then there's another one that's kind of the cotton, and it has the Calypso coralish. I'm just gonna go with camo. I don't know. And then this one's maybe this one's my favorite because it has a little more, you know, Patty colors-ish, and then it has the blue background. Not background, backside, sorry. And then the last one, oops, is this little petite pattern, and this kind of reminds me of maybe a wallpaper from what, the 40s? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know about that. So that is Brushed with Beauty, and I'm pretty sure I have the bundle that goes with it. I think there might be 2 bundles that go with that. Petals of Beauty. Let me just look. I know I can't show you, but oh yes, I know what the other bundle is. Okay, so Petals of Beauty. Please hold. I thought I put it on a magnet card. Did I lose my mind? I did. Okay, so I think I must have bought the suite and the set. Oh dear. Okay, she's losing her brains. Anyway, Petals of Beauty. That is one of the bundles that goes with this mega suite. And then the other one is, I know it says Just Because on it. Let me find it. Yeah, right here. Okay, it's called Words of Beauty. So it's the large words that you can mix and match, and then the dies that go with it. So that is that. And then also in that suite are Pearls of Beauty. Oh my gosh, these are so pretty. Look at these. Can you see how shiny? Oh my gosh, they're beautiful. So if you like the in color pearls that we currently have, you will love these. They're exactly like the same, well, in my, you know, knowledge, they're the same as the in color pearls as far as like the thickness, but they're gorgeous. They're so shiny. Oh, they're so pretty. And by the way, if you are new and you haven't seen that, how I love to store my embellishments, these little pockets, these are one of my absolute most favorite storage organizational things. They are Avery pockets. They are in my Craft Essentials Amazon store. All my embellishments, like my favorite container in my room. Just saying, I might have an embellishment problem. Okay, so that is all in that suite. And oh, beautiful pattern embossing folder. I think you can see the pattern. Can you? Yeah, they're there. You can see the pattern. Beautiful pattern embossing folder. That is in the suite. Oh, and vellum. Hello, 12 by 12 vellum. Yay. Oh my gosh. I am so happy. I have missed vellum so much. So yay, yay, yay. Vellum. We have vellum now. Okay. Oh, also in that Hobby Haven are the earthy matte dots. I don't know why. These so remind me of candy when I was a little girl. Don't these look like those little candy things that came on a strip and you would pop them off and they're just like pure sugar? That's what they remind me of. But look at these beautiful fall tones. Aren't they pretty? 2 sizes, 4 colors. So that was with the Hobby Haven, and it's called Earthy Matte Dots. And the last thing in that is the chevron, garden green chevron ribbon. Very, 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 very pliable. You can see it's very skinny. It is 1/8 of, oh, it says an eighth. Maybe. 1/8 of an inch. Very pliable, beautiful ribbon in that suite. Oh, this I'm so excited about. Look at this cool punch. Love this banner punch. I know we've had dies in these shapes, but I just have to tell you, I must be lazy because to cut just such a normal little shape, I just feel like it's too much effort to find the die and go over behind me. I mean, look how long of a walk that is, right? Go over to my die cutting machine and cut out a little label. So yay, hello, thank you Stampin' Up for this. And it goes with a stamp set called Banner Sayings. They're just kind of your average, grateful, celebrate, sending love, thanks a million, happy birthday, all that normal sayings. But I bet you have a ton of greetings already that you can use with these. So if you don't need, another stamp set, you don't have to get the bundle. You can just get the dies or the punch. But to me, this is a must. I'm so happy about that. Okay, there is a bundle called Friendly Foliage. I'll show you that. I thought this was super unique because of that stamp and the die that cuts it out. I just thought, I really like that. It's just something really different, non-holiday. I was gonna say like non-denominational. Do you know what I mean? I know that's a silly way to describe it, but it's not a specific occasion. I just really like that you could use this anytime. And it's here for you always, wishing you the best, get well soon, sending love. You're on my mind and in my heart and thinking of you. So just really good greetings and really pretty bundle. That's a standalone. There's another one, in case you're going to laugh at this. This one is called Delicate Framing, and I had to buy it because I love the font. And it's big hugs, simply the best. So very thankful, here for you, and so happy for you. The dies, which I can't show you because I didn't buy, are super intricate, and they scared me. However, one of my team members already posted in our group this morning. She used them on a card, and they are stunning. They are beautiful. So now I'm going to buy the dies and pay the extra because I didn't buy them as a bundle, but they're beautiful and they're just really ornate. I'm sorry, I can't show you. I wish I could show you the PDF, but they're beautiful. So if you had any doubts, if you're a demonstrator, you were looking at the PDF and you're like, I don't know about that. They're beautiful. And they didn't look like they ripped or anything. So anyway, yeah, live and learn. I should have just bought it. This, I think you already saw. We were looking at this in the beginning, unless you've tuned in late. This is a really cute Valentine's set. These bears are super cute. I like that it's a bear. I feel like bears are super generic. So it's not really specific, like I love penguins. Not everybody does, but like who doesn't like a bear? Doesn't everybody like bears? I feel like this was a good choice for their really cute Valentine bundle. And speaking of Valentines, let me just show you these. We have some new doilies that come in 2 sizes and 2 colors. So small and large. I'm going to hold it up close. Look at that cute print. You know what this reminds me of? Is a bandana, doesn't it? And then the pink and the red, but you can also just flip them over and have white, and you could spritz or ink blend or doodle, whatever, any color on those. So you don't have to use the pink and the red, but I think they are fabulous. I really like them. Okay, there's a couple more bundles on here that I didn't get, and I'm sorry I can't show you. I know, sound like a broken record, but I'll show you what I did get. This cake day is so fun. You can build these slices of cake and decorate them. You have candles and other little accessory, like look at the cute little, almost like a chocolate chip or a dollop of, whipped cream or frosting or something. Those could be many things. I think this is going to be super fun to play with. What is this called? Pop-up petals. I got that. And I thought this is cute. These little things make the little pop-up mechanism in the inside of your card. So if you are like me and you can be intimidated about slicing your card to make the little pop-up part, you can just use these now. How smart is that? I love that. Thank you, Stampin' Up. And I really loved the flowers and the pots. Really loved those. There is also, I have to show you that. There's also this lasting linen background stamp, and you're used to our background stamps in red rubber, but it is photopolymer. So the background stamps will now be Photopolymer. Look at that. You can't even see it. Oh, there you go. I think this is really pretty. I think this is going to be a really beautiful, nice background for just about anything. But speaking of linen, there is this new paper called Whispers of Texture. There are 2 patterns, and I'm going to hold it up, but I don't think you're going to be able to see it very well because it's really subtle, but let me try. Oh, you can see it. Okay, so the one in the foreground kind of looks like linen, and the one in the background is really, really skinny, skinny stripes. Okay, so you can see that. I used a blending brush just because I wanted to see if that enhanced the colors or the texture at all. A little bit. I can't say that that was the best choice, but you know, I had to try it, right? But this is really nice. It reminds me of when we actually had textured paper. Does anybody remember that? Any old timers here that remember to the way back when we had textured paper, we had it in different colors? That's kind of what it reminds me of. And you get a lot in the sheet. I already threw away the label, so I don't know how many. I think there's 10. Let me check. Oh no, 6. I'm sorry. Okay, well, it's okay, so it's thicker than I was thinking because I was feeling this like this is about 10 sheets. So it's thicker. It's 6 sheets, 3 of each pattern. And then there's a couple more stamp sets in this pre-order that I didn't see. So might, you know, have to put in another emergency order as we call it. And then, like I showed you in the beginning, you can purchase the extra envelopes. I would call them envelopes. They call them stamp and die organizers. I would also call it a pouch before I would call it an organizer, but you know, they didn't ask me, so there's that. Sorry, do I have my sassy pants on today? I don't mean to. I just speaking honestly. So friends, I know I've kept you over an hour. I'm so sorry. I know this is really long. I know it was impromptu. I thank you for spending some time with me. I'm going to hang out a little bit and go through the questions again. If you have questions, type them in now and I will read them and hopefully answer them. But I will be back Friday with my regular crafting video at 10 a.m. here on YouTube. And I showed you the sneak peek last week. So we have really fun accordion cards that we're doing. Next week is twist card. And I hope that you'll enjoy them. But I hope that this helped you. This was kind of a hard transition for me to wrap my brain around. So I hope that me working through all of this was helpful to you. Oh, the vellum, I just saw Leticia, is kind of the same, again, from my estimation, me feeling it. I believe it's the same as our thick vellum was before. We had a really lightweight one and a thicker one. I think it's the same as the thick. I mean, I don't have confirmation that it's identical, but it seems like it to me. So I hope this helped you. Hope you'll give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm really close to getting milestone, well, for me, 45,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I'm trying to get there. So if you want to subscribe and you haven't, I would love for you to do that. Let's see. Oh, I see lots of retracted messages. What happened? Did I say something bad? Okay. Oh, good. Nan uses the Avery pockets. I love the Avery pockets, right? Oh my gosh. Ah, I like that idea. Melissa IRL says the back sides of that DSP are kind of like a little grunge. I think you're right. I would go with that. Definitely. Sherry was asking, I'm sorry, I thought I covered this. I might have glossed over. Am I going to keep the stamps and dies together? I am not. I am a person that likes my dies separate, and I use dies for like different projects, not necessarily with that bundle. So I will keep my dies separate, at least for now. That's the plan. That's the plan. Let's see. I know, like candy dots. Yes, exactly, Barb. Can't remember the colors we had, but that's what they remind me of. Let's see. Oh, good. I'm glad you will watch the replay, Katie. Thank you. You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome. You're welcome. Sorry, just checking the rest of the comments. Thank you, Donna. Thanks, Glad. Hey, Glad, I didn't know you were here. Good to see you. Yes, I really missed our vellum, Leticia. Totally, totally did. Yes, I was trying to do the legwork, Sherry. Exactly. I really try. Because, I figure if I'm going to spend the money to expedite my order, then what good does it do if it just sits here and I don't share anything about it? So I was like, okay, jump on here and share my findings. Oh my goodness. Yes, Leticia, exactly. Oh, Nan remembers the textured paper. Yes. Well, I'm glad. It sounds like you enjoyed it. Thank you, everybody. Anybody else have any questions? If you do, I'm happy to answer. If not, I will let you go. But this was fun. My son, he's funny. He's so cute. He's invested in my business, I think, mentally. He always asks me when I get a box, "Are you doing an unboxing?" I'm like, eh. It's like, "Mom, you have to do an unboxing. Unboxings are popular." I'm like, okay. It's so cute. He's amazing. Anyway. Okay, Janet, that is an awesome way to think about it. Janet says that with the change in packaging, it will allow her to buy more stamps because she will have the space. She will have more room. I know. Just think how many could fit up there, right? Oh, who is this? Wait, Karenina? Okay, I've never heard that name either. That is beautiful. Is that how you say it? What a beautiful name. So we were mentioning the possibility of Velcro dots, right? If you don't want to tuck in the flap. And then she was mentioning this adds bulk. So yes, it does, and I hadn't really considered that, but that is something to take into consideration. If you decide to do a Velcro dot, it would definitely add bulk. And I know that's why Stampin' Up! Thought this through. I know that's why they have the slit. I get it. They thought through that. I just, at the moment, am not the biggest fan of the slit and the flap. But by doing what I showed you in the beginning, if I decide, oh, the slit and the flap is fine, I can just untuck it and do that new system, right? So, right? We have options. Oh, awesome. I did not even think of that. Rosemary says Velcro dots at the Dollar Tree. Good idea. Good idea. Speaking of Dollar Tree, I do want to just say one thing about the containers, and that it's kind of what made me say what I said earlier. One of my friends, when we found out the size of the new packaging, did go to Dollar Tree and found some containers. Not this one. I don't know why I'm holding it. Okay. She found some containers at the Dollar Tree and brought them home and found that they were too angled. And so the bottom dimension was not going to hold the new size packaging. So that's kind of why I brought it up. And that's why I was trying to do as much research as I could into what would be a good size and a good container, sturdy enough, all the things. And that's what I have linked to. Now you may find other containers elsewhere, totally fine. Look around, take your packaging with you. If you're going to Target, the Container Store, TJ Maxx, whatever, take it with you, make sure it fits, the dollar store, etc. Just make sure it fits. But don't just read the dimensions and say, "Oh, that's going to be great," because that can happen. It can narrow at the bottom. I think I'm just kind of looking around my room, and I think almost everything that I have has straight sides. I have found that just seems to work better. I know it doesn't maybe always stack quite as well for storage, But if you have straight sides, you're guaranteed that everything's going to fit in there. And it's just something that just makes sense to me. I'm sorry, I'm probably rambling. Sorry. Any other questions? I don't see any other questions coming through. Okay, not rambling. Thank you, NJ Card Maker. You're sweet. Very kind of you. Very kind. Okay, I am going to go. Oh, I was like, see, I wrote myself a note during the live. I'm like, what did I even write? I couldn't even read my own writing. I know what it says. I am going to go put links, more links. I'll do the Avery envelopes and the 12 by 12 sleeves that we talked about. I'll add those to this description so that you can find all of that without searching around on different websites. Okay, we did it, friends. We did it. So thank you for joining me. I hope you'll join me Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific, if you can, for my weekly live crafting video. If not, you can watch the replay. Totally fine. And I hope that you have a great rest of your week. How do you fit the larger gems? Okay, so I just picked that one up. I don't know if you saw this package. I think I have a whole one over here. Oh, I don't, but this would be an example. So the bigger packaging, I just cut it into 2 strips. So here was my packaging. I cut it in half and then I just put both pieces into this. It kind of gives me a little stress to do that. I don't feel like that's totally ideal, but I would rather have all the same size packaging than have 99% of my packages like this and then like 3 bigger packs. Just my, just how my brain works. But really, I mean, everything else, I showed you these earlier, but really everything else, right, fits in these. And sometimes you might just have to trim off like 1/8 of an inch of the cardboard part, but it doesn't cut into the embellishments. But this is like my favorite little container over here. Oh, good. Oh, Nan, maybe you missed it. Nan was asking, why did they make these, the new containers so tall? And the main reason that I heard was that they wanted the stamp container and the die container to be the same. But since some of these dies are so big, they wanted to make sure that it would accommodate even our largest dies without having a container that's larger for the dies and smaller for the stamp sets. Okay, personally, that would not have bothered me. It just wouldn't. But that's what Stampin' Up decided. So the die and the stamp case are the same size, and it will accommodate all of the biggest dies that we have. So that's, from my understanding, that was the reasoning. Oh, good, Melissa. I'm glad this will help you. You're welcome, Sherry. Thanks. Oh, 2 Sherrys. You're welcome, Judy. Thank you, everyone. I so appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. And I will see you all hopefully on Friday. Have a good afternoon, or evening.